All right, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be getting back into this $300 Mustang. We're going to replace these headlights. As you can see, they're pretty dingy looking. This is supposed to be a kind of a quick fix and sell, but I can't help it but to fix things, like actually fix things. I got these headlights for like 60 something bucks on Amazon. They're supposed to be bolt on, and apparently the only thing you need to do this job is a 10mm socket and a flathead screwdriver. I was missing a couple of pins, but either way, I'll show you what I got to do here. So basically, they say to turn your tire to the right to get access to this. This is what I was talking about, missing these. This kind of just comes down. And then inside here, which I'm at a bad angle, but inside here, there's a couple of 10mm bolts. See if I can get under here. There's one here, and there's one back here. And this side comes down. You should disconnect the electrical connectors, but I just needed to drop down far enough to get to these bottom two bolts down here. And then there's one here. And then you're supposed to remove basically this whole front bumper. So this 10mm should probably come off. I think this is all separate. Another 10mm, which doesn't even look like it's doing anything. So that's a good sign there. So that'll come out. Then I get on this side. I think this side's the same way. I don't know if this side's held up or not. I think I pushed this one up as well, but I'll turn that in a little while and figure it out. But I'll get you set up and then we'll start. All right, let's see if we can do this. Get this guy on here in the back. That's just a nut. This guy here in the front. That one snapped off, so that's a good sign. Oh wait, they both snapped off. That's a really good sign. I guess we didn't really need those bolts in there anyway, now did we? All right, well, let's just keep going. Hopefully we don't break anything else, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? All right, so somebody lied to me on this one. There's a couple of Phillips heads down here. I think they're Phillips heads. Try to get these off of this. Probably should have grabbed the Phillips head screwdriver, because this one right here I'm probably not going to be able to get with the gun. Just so happens I have this little tiny baby snap-on Phillips head screwdriver, which can't tell if it's working or if it's stripping. Hopefully there's nobody standing behind me, because I am showing a whole lot of crack right now. I can feel the breeze. There we go. That one's off. Set it up here. All right. This one's missing some clips also, so we'll just pull it out from the bottom. There we go. Now that guy's out of there, and it's in your way. Oh, this one's all the way out of there. All right. Let's try to get you guys up in here to see this a little bit better. These two bolts again. You got this guy here, and that guy back there. Let's try again without breaking this time. Don't break, please. And it broke anyway. I'm gonna have to get those bumper things you drill into. Oh, that one came off. We got 1 for 4. Not a bad deal, right? I did bring my flathead for this little guy right here. Pop these rivets out. That means I'm gonna have to move my hardware here. There's rivets here and here. They're all coming out fairly easy. I'm hoping this is all that needs to be done. I have a feeling like this shouldn't have to come off, but just in case. Okay, we'll just move that back. There's another bolt under there. We got two for 6, I think. All right, there we go. This should be good enough to get them off. All right, here we go. So you got 2 bolts. You got this bolt over here. There's another one hidden up under this wire over here, right there. So we'll go ahead and get those guys off real quick. All right, so just as a precaution, I'm going to go ahead and spray some WD-40 on all these bolts. Not saying that they need them, but if the bolts take them off as any indicator of how these are going to be, I'm going to just go ahead and spray them all down. We'll let those sit for a while. All right, so since those have been sitting for a little while, let's go ahead and... Oh, that one came out nice and easy. That's a good sign. That guy's out. Now there is a little rivet piece on top here I can show you. Right here. This also has to be popped out. I should probably use the proper tool for the job. Makes it so much easier. And that just popped right out. So easy. Okay. Now we got to get up underneath. Use these abnormally long extensions that I really don't need, but I'm going to use it anyway. And looks like that came off safely without breaking. You are for the front, you are for the right, and last bolt is very awkward in a really weird position. Sounds like that came out. And it did. Another safe extraction. Okay. Let's get you guys a little closer so you can see what we're doing here. And you just pull it out. You can have a couple connections on the back. Actually, just one. Just the one connection. You just squeeze a little tab and pull. And the whole assembly comes out. You can see while I was replacing them, I mean, they're pretty dingy. All right, so this is what I got to replace it right here. It's a little cleaner looking. All right, so before you fit the new headlight in, it would probably make sense to, for one, pull this old cover off of here like this. I guess it didn't come with a new light bulb. They said that they did, but it didn't, so we'll take the bulb from the old one, which is still good. And we will, without touching it, put it into the hole. All right, it's in. Get the electrical connection and put it on. That's on. Now you can put it into place. There we go. Don't do what I do until I do it right. All right, now once you get the electrical connection hooked in, now you can put your bolts in. Bottom bolt number 1, you just got to line it up, get it into place, screw it in by hand a little bit. And the last one is usually pretty annoying. We will tighten this down just a hair until it feels tight. We don't want to snap it. Last thing I need is a broken bolt. Same thing on this side. That's tight. Same thing on the top. That's tight. Then you move to the passenger side and you literally do the exact same thing. The whole headlight should come out now. It's easier if you drop the bumper a little bit. It doesn't have to come all the way off, but it might make it easier if it did. There it goes. Same thing on this side. You disconnect. Actually, we'll just untwist this one completely. Keep the gasket on there. Try not to... I don't know if the new one came with a gasket in it. I don't want to touch the headlight itself, or the bulb itself anyway. Here's the old one. Looks like crap. All right, here's the new one. Looks much better. And it's twisted on. just enough. And then you gotta fit this guy back in, slide it up into place. Put the little pin in first just to hold it. Then you grab your bolts. Start your bolts. One here, and then number 3. Nice and tight. Now let's see if this bumper fits back on. All right, now we have this piece and all these million little clips, which should realistically just kind of sit in here and pop back into place. Here's all the clips, all the pieces of clips. So this piece was down here, went in like this. This little guy right here goes in here like this, locks in. Same here and here. These all have these little guys that slide in place here. I've got a few more. This guy has one here. You can get it down into the hole, force it in, down into your hole, and number last is down into its hole. Okay, so it looks like everything on the top side is back into place. Now we got to figure out how to get the sides back into place, which is going to be the real pain because everything's basically broken. All right, once you're able to get it back up into place, you just get your tool back in here, get it up on the nut, and just snug it down. You don't want to go too crazy because last time I did, I broke it. All right, that's in. Now all we gotta do is put these fender liners back up here, which was a pain. Usually is a pain. I won't say it is a pain, but it's usually a pain. This side didn't have any screws. Maybe I will take one from the other side just to hold this in place. Let's go ahead and do that. I didn't turn the wheel enough to use the power tools. There we go. That's in nice and good. Good as done on that side. I don't even know if you can see this or not, but try my best with my butt crack hanging out. Alright, so here is the new setup. Looks a million times better. I mean, it still has this guy here. We'll turn the lights on so we can get a better view of it. It's not dark out, so it's, you know, not the best view, but at least you can see that they work. And that was the big mission. It was just to make sure that everything works. They do. They look good. They look wonderful. All right, so that was a, I don't want to say easy job, but it wasn't very hard. We had a lot of complications, you know, like broken bolts and things like that. That's to be expected anytime you're doing any type of maintenance or repairs on vehicles. It's just unforeseen things that, you know, you can't really expect, or you can expect, you can foresee it, but it doesn't always happen that way. I just had a couple of broken nuts on the bumper guard, or on the part that holds the bumper on. Luckily, we had at least one for each side that did hold in place, so we were able to hold that back up properly, or at least semi-properly. But all the headlights went in fine. The fitment seems good for the most part on both sides. It's a little straighter on this side than it is on this side, but realistically, I mean, we could probably adjust everything, but it's not enough to really throw anything off. But I think that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.